So we're learning more now about the sad toll of the corona lockdowns in this country. According to Joe Biden, though, we could get another round of lockdowns. These for a crisis that's every bit as bad as the coronavirus, maybe worse. That crisis, of course, says Joe Biden, is climate change.
Today, I'm pleased to announce a team that will lead my administration's ambitious plan to address the existential threat of our time, climate change. Folks, we're in a crisis. Just like we need to be a unified nation in response to COVID-19, we need a unified national response to climate change. And from this crisis, from these crises, I should say, we need to seize the opportunity to build back and build back better than we were before.
A unified national response. It's involuntary, that's the one thing we know. What does it mean? Well, we're learning that a World Health Organization staffer has written a report saying that a climate lockdown could be called for. It's like a COVID lockdown, a climate lockdown. Marc Morano is an author who has written a lot about climate change. He founded Climate Depot. He joins us tonight. Marc, thanks so much for coming on. A climate lockdown. Now, I would laugh this off the table, except we all just lived through the last 18 months, so we know that anything is possible. What does this mean exactly?
Well, in my book, Green Fraud, I detailed 2 chapters on this, Tucker. This is the climate activists were, first of all, jealous when the COVID lockdowns happened. They were beside themselves saying, how is this happening? Everyone from Greta Thunberg to John Kerry, UN officials. And then they started saying, we need to follow this. If we can shut down for a virus, we can shut down for climate. And that's what we're seeing. There's even academics in Australia proposing adding climate change to death certificates. And Bill Gates has said the death toll will be greater. So they're following every step of the way. And it's not just, a professor here or someone in academia. We have a major UK report coming out. We have an international agency report that came out calling for essentially the same type of lockdowns. Everything from restrictions on your thermostat to restrictions of moving. You can only fly in a climate emergency when it's, quote, morally justifiable. Kind of like a lockdown, you have to justify going to the store for essential services. They're going after freedom of movement. They're going after private car ownership. They're going after everything it means to be a free person and turning it over to the administrative state.
Would this include shutting down the iPhone factories in China? Would China and India participate in this climate lockdown, or is it kind of you first, America?
Well, as we know, the lockdowns had never been proposed. We felt like lemmings following the Chinese Communist Party in terms of them recommending lockdowns. The World Health Organization went after it. The World Health Organization employees are now recommending these climate lockdowns. The countries that won't be affected is China. As you say, as we're sitting home binge watching Netflix, we're not going to be able to have the freedoms we used to have. In the UK, they proposed CO2 ration cards that the government or employers would monitor your CO2 levels, your energy use, your travel, the type of car you drive. If you exceed a level, you pay penalties. If you're under, you get credits. This is the world. A CO2 budget for every man, woman, and child on the planet has been proposed by a German climate advisor. This is what we're looking at. I talked to a German who talked about East Germany. You used to have these kind of restrictions in East Germany before you could leave the country. But we're talking about proposing these now on Americans within the country. And we had this, of course, with COVID. They were talking about bans on interstate travel at one point, a national ban, some of Biden's advisors. So anything is possible. Chuck Schumer is urging Biden to declare a national climate emergency. Just like a blue state governor, he could have emergency powers.
I feel such deep shame that Americans complied with what we've just been through, and I hope that they will not comply with this. I really do. Marc, thanks so much for coming.
Well, on that, sure. Thank you, Tucker.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Call law, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect, who's pushing this word in all sincerity and all truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And as you heard in that video, there's more lockdowns coming, more draconian laws and legislation coming, and changes is coming, and they're coming soon. And looking at climate change, what they propose as far as like the fossil fuels and monitoring your CO2s, the Lord is drying everything up, and he's pushing He's pushing this man into the direction that he wants him to go. So we just got to get ready. Got to get ready and just stay hopeful. And I'm praying that I'm one of the hopeful elect when all this goes down, and it'll be going down soon. We're going to start at Revelations chapter 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto the servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And you see that part of that agenda as well is depopulation. They don't have enough, as they claim. Look like they're monitoring everything. As one time this earth was a flourishing paradise. Now it's pretty much turning into a wasteland, and you can see that this is going to pave the way for. Excuse me. We can see that this is going to pave the way for the digital infrastructure. The new world order, and the old ways are pretty much done away with. People out here loathing this law like this ain't real, and these are the things that's being talked about and being set up while people out here just living their lives. Like you said, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be. In the days, roughly paraphrasing, in the coming days of the Son of Man. I'm gonna just post a few scriptures. I'm not gonna make this real long. It's Isaiah 29 and 16. Okay, surely a turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Okay, order out of chaos. They have to turn things upside down in order for people's minds to accept what's about to come. Because all these people is concerned with is just running around here, shopping, living their lives, traveling, doing whatever they want to do. They not paying no attention to really what's going on. For shall the work of him that made it, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding. And they making it look like these things that's going on, like the Lord didn't create this place with abundance, but they've exhausted a lot of the resources. And the Lord is doing this work. He allowing us to go on, like I said, to move them in the direction that he wants them to go. This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Because they deal with left-hand power, and that power is drying up. They're in the clutch right now. They're in the last hour of their kingdom. So things are revving up, and this is the last thing where there's no other way that they can go from this point. So we're getting ready. We're getting ready for the new world order. Okay, but the Lord is going to deal with that. So Obadiah 1 and 8, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau. Here it is, the world is being destroyed, people are dying. This is under your watch, under your rulership. You, like the Bible says, I think in the book of Matthew, you came to kill, steal, and destroy. And this is the end result of it. The whole world is in perpetual chaos. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, especially as we moving further into the summer. This is book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 5. for the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy. Now will I arise, because we're already being oppressed. And we've always been oppressed here. I don't know. Like I said, 2/3 minds is just way out there. They don't care, but it's going to get worse, And it's going to be some sighing, It's going to be some crying, because it's really is going to be about to be hell on earth. Now will I arise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. Okay, and who is he setting in safety? He's 144,000 and the 1/3 elect, which I'm hoping and praying that I'm one of them. But I wanted to look up at this word. Wait a minute. Hold on, my internet is acting up. The word puff, like Puff the Magic Dragon. Okay.
Strong's H6315. Puach.
Okay. From him that puffeth at him. To breathe, to blow. Okay, to puff, snort, but mainly to excite and inflame. And you people are going to be inflamed. Okay, you're going to be agitated once he pushed forth his legislation and his laws and his oppressive laws, his draconian laws on you, because all you want to do is travel and want to live in pleasure in this place. But the scriptures say this is not our rest. Okay, and I went down to I'm not sure if it's if you go into the Strong's definition, to bring it to a snare. Okay, the whole time in this country you think that you was free, and you've settled in that, and really it's a trap, so you're being brought into a snare. This is the Hebrew Lexicon Chaldean version, figuratively, the third one, figuratively, to blow out, to utter as lies. Okay, because that's all these politicians do, is blow out lies, to set you up and to entrap you. This has been going on time in and time out, and we've been, a lot of, especially our people, fall for this nonsense. In a good sense, to utter the truth. Okay, and who's uttering the truth? The men out there on the highways and byways, starting with the elder apostles on down. Okay, and just close it out with this one last scripture, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, and we are to wait on him. It's about to get tight and tough out here, but these things got to be in our, in our minds. What the scriptures say, like Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So, just keep your candle lit. With that, I would like to say shalom.